Hello, Toads and Toadettes. Welcome back to my Wii U collecting series. If you've been coming up on my channel, you saw I did a 3DS favorite games video. And if you've been seeing a pattern going on with my channel, if I do a video about 3DS, I'll do it with Wii U. So today I will be doing my Nintendo Wii U favorites games video. There's 16 games. My 3DS one had 26, so this is 10 less. Wii U does have a significantly less large library than the 3DS. So I'm honestly kind of surprised that I do have 16 games here. I'm not going to be talking about these games a lot. Most of these I put in my must-buys or my underrated videos, so those games I might skim over a little bit more than the ones I haven't, which is, there's a couple I didn't put in those videos that I still think are like really good games. So, not really, and there's no order. By the way, this is not my top 16 Wii U games. I will do a top 10 Wii U games video in the future. This is no particular order. I'm ordering this by franchises. The franchises are in no particular order as well. So if you see maybe something go before a game that you think is the best Wii U game, it's not because I like that other game better. It's just because it happened to fall in that order. This is in no order. My top 10 Wii U games video will be in a order. So with that out of the way, let's just get into this video. The first game I'm going to be putting here is a standalone game that has only been on the Wii U and will probably stay like that for years to come. I doubt they bring this to any console, and that is Nintendo Land. Almost everyone says this game is really good, but no one really talks about because it's a good packing game. One of those games, when you just got the console, which is what it was. It's a good game to just show off what the Wii U gamepad can do, but I think it's honestly way more than that. I think this game has a lot of value because this game only came with the deluxe, the black Wii U bundle. If you had a white Wii U, you did not get this game with it. It is still worth picking up if you did not get it pack in, or if you just bought on the second-hand market Wii U, you didn't get this game. Get this. This game is still really good. We don't have to get this. It's not like a must-buys video, but it is still a really good game that I would consider checking out. Very cheap. I'm first off going to say it's probably $10 on the second-hand market. I'd say $20 on the Nintendo eShop for the Wii U. Nintendo Land is really good. Basically, other than the title, using the Wii U gamepad, you can do different little courses they designed based off Nintendo franchises. Like, you have Mario, Zelda's in this, Metroid, Luigi's Mansion is in this as well. I'm pretty sure, there's an Animal Crossing one. I think there's a Balloon Fight one as well. Pikmin, I love the Pikmin one. This game, especially for someone that really likes Nintendo, this game is really good. Looking at some of the games, the ones that really stand out to me that I can even say by name, or at least the first one, is Mario Chase. Mario Chase right here. It was 3 Toads and 1 Mario, and the Mario would be chased by the Toad. It's a multiplayer game, multiplayer-based game. It is so much fun. The Zelda one is amazing as well. I love Animal Crossing, Sweet Day, Metroid Blast as well. Pikmin Adventure. All these were good. Luigi's Ghost Mansion as well. I don't think I've ever done the Ghost solo ones though, but yeah, if you have no friends, rest in peace. There is some solo ones for you to do for those lonely people out there. But yeah, Nintendo Land, it's honestly just a really good multiplayer experience, and I'm sure there's some fun for those people who don't really have friends. Next, I'm feeling a little bit snazzy today, so I'm going to be going with the Splatoon franchise next, and that is with the only game on Wii U being Splatoon, the one that started it all. I talked about this game in my must-buys video. Yes, people still play this online. This game is a heavily online game. Yes, there's a single-player campaign, starting with that first. Single-player campaign is really good. If you play Splatoon 2, it's basically just took Splatoon's campaign and just made a sequel to it. It's not the same thing, but same, gameplay factors. Basically, just a sequel. Going to the actual online multiplayer experience, people still play this online. It's not that hard to find a lobby. It's one of the only Wii U games I'd say people still play. It's pretty easy to find a lobby in this game. The online itself is really good. Turf Wars in this, I'm pretty sure ranked and leagues are still in this game. I'm not sure if league battles are in this game. It's been a while since I played this. This is the Splatoon game. I've put so much hours in Splatoon 2 as well. But this game especially, I think I have more hours in Splatoon than I do Splatoon 2. It's because Splatoon is such an amazing game. Yeah, Splatoon 2 is kind of better. I'd say it's better. But at the time, this was so much fun. This was basically like the GOAT of the Wii U. At least I still think it's probably one of the Wii U's best games. At least it was when it was in its prime. There used to be Splatfests as well. Those were the bomb as well, where you pick a team and you would represent that. Now going to the actual gameplay for those who don't know what Splatoon is. Basically, Turf War, you're trying to paint your side of the field, and you want to get the biggest percentage at the end of the game. That's how you win. It's not really a battle royale for one of those kind of shooters. It's basically Nintendo's take on a shooter. And there's like the ranked modes. I think there's Tower Controls 1, Clan Blitz, all the other stuff. I'm trying to think of more. There's not other coming in the top of my head from this game at least. But yeah, don't think that's it, because also, like I said, there's a single player story mode as well. There's other modes in this game, I'm pretty sure as well, that you can do either with friends and solo. So there's still a lot of value in Splatoon. It's been a while since I played this, so it's probably a lot more than I'm just not remembering. Probably a bunch of ranked modes as well, and I forgot. I'm sure there's not 2. But going to the price, this is probably $15 physical, and I want to say 40 on the eShop. Splatoon is one of the Wii U's best for sure. Next is for the Super Mario franchise, and that is with Super Mario 3D World, the only 3D Mario game on the Wii U. Just like 3D Land's a direct sequel to it, it takes 3D Mario gameplay and mashes it together with 2D Mario linear level design. This game's main thing is kind of a reference to Super Mario Bros. 2, where it's multiplayer, obviously, and you can choose from different characters. Mario, Luigi, Toad, Peach. When you beat the game, you get Rosalina. All those characters have their own attributes that affect the gameplay. There's new power-ups like the cat suit, the double cherry, and the super tanuki. Also, like the cannon boxes and like the Goomba head, the propeller box, all those little boxes in the game. The level design is more based around multiplayer rather than single player, so think of New Super Mario Bros. And New Super Mario Bros. Wii, where they had to design the levels more based around multiplayer rather than single player. I prefer the level design in 3D World. It can go really either way. It's hit or miss for most people. I think a lot of people prefer 3D World over 3D Land, but there's a few who prefer 3D Land. Don't want to talk about this game much, because I talked about it in my must-buys video. I talked about it for a good amount of time in that, so go check that out if you want to hear more about this. $10 physical, and I'd say $20 on the Nintendo eShop. A really good Wii U game. Moving on for Mario was a game I did not put in any of my other videos, so I'm going to talk about for a long time, and that is New Super Mario Bros. U. I did not put New Super Mario Bros. 2 in my 3DS favorites video or any of my 3DS videos, because I don't really feel like I enjoyed it as much as I did this game. Yeah, this game is pretty similar to 2, but I just think this is the best New Super Mario Bros. I say it's one of the best 2D Marios. I think it's overlooked just because it says new in the title. Everyone's like, oh, New Super Mario Bros. Is unoriginal and whack and boring and for babies. No one likes it. Why would I buy this? I still think New Super Mario Bros. U is really good. 2D Mario, you know 2D Mario. Everyone's done a 2D Mario. You platform and all that. But this game changes that up. There's like a extra mode in this with coins and all that where you can use the gamepad to build and all that. Not Mario Maker, not like that. I think you can design levels with coins. There's also, the gamepad can also use touchscreen to use these blocks, which is really cool. And not only that, that's just a little bonus in the game. You can also play as your Mii and the little extras. The actual main campaign itself is really good. Talking about the level design, the game itself looks really nice. All the new power-ups, the acorn suit, the baby Yoshis are in this game as well. Multiplayer is back from Wii, even though yes, 2 had multiplayer, but it was kind of annoying to use. The boss battle is good, the music is good, everything about this game is really good. I just really enjoyed playing this game. I've probably beaten this game a little bit more than I should have, and I probably could have spent that time more wisely. But how could you go wrong with a good 2D Mario experience? This game probably is, I want to say, $15 to $20. Physically, $20 on the eShop. Actually, almost all these games I talked about so far are pretty cheap. So yeah, New Super Mario Bros. U is a really good Wii U game. I think more people should honestly play this. Moving on to Mario spin-offs, we reach Mario Kart 8. I talked about this in my Must Buys video, so I'm not going to go into this game too crazy. The gimmick in this Mario Kart game is anti-gravity, as you can see here. They're upside down, even though they're going the wrong way, so I don't really understand that. The new power-ups in this game, the Boomerang, Piranha Plant, Super Horn, and the Crazy 8 are really good. They brought back motion steering, which is still not the best thing in the world. The actual Mario Kart itself, the tracks, the new ones are really good. Shy Guy Falls, Candy Canyon, or something like that. The Bean Kingdom in the sky, the Cloud Top Kingdom, Sunshine Airport is really good as well. Mario Kart Stadium, Super Bell Subway, Animal Crossing, Hyrule Circuit. Some of these are DLC. This game does have DLC. If you want to go ahead and buy that, it's really good as well. You can play as Link, Villager, all that. The retro tracks as well. SNES Rainbow Road is in this game. Donut Plains 3, Cheese Land, a lot more. Sadly, not Coconut Mall. Either way, I'm not really a big fan of Coconut Mall. I think it's a little bit overrated. Don't cancel me, please. But yes, Mario Kart 8, still a really good game. If you want to hear more about this, I go to my Must Buys video. I talk about it a lot in that video. Probably around, I want to say, $15 on the secondhand market, $20 on the eShop. Another spin-off I found really good from the Mario franchise on Wii U was Super Mario Maker. Right now, as it stands, if you played this game in 2022, this game sucks. This game is horrible. This game is dookie booty. As it was back in like 2015, I'm pretty sure this is when it came out. This game was amazing. This game was one of the Wii U's best. I love Super Mario Maker. When it first came out, I remember seeing it. I remember seeing the reveal. I couldn't wait. I kept on watching. I think I watched every single YouTube video of people talking about Super Mario Maker. This was probably one of the most anticipated games of my life. I remember just absolutely cannot wait for this game. And when it came out, it went above my expectations. I absolutely love this game. I always will. Yes, Super Mario Maker 2 is better. It's not way better, but it is somewhat better than Mario Maker 1. But Mario Maker 1 was still really, really good, especially when it's prime. The same is going to happen to Mario Maker 2, where they're going to close down online, then it's going to suck as well. But both in their prime were really good, especially this one. I really like this one. Basically, for those of you who don't know what Mario Maker is, it's pretty self-explanatory. You make your own Mario levels. You can choose through 4 different game styles: Super Mario Bros. On the NES, Super Mario Bros. 3 on the NES, Super Mario World on the SNES, and New Super Mario Bros. U on the Wii U. Those were the only ones. Yes, it's a little bit, only 4, Super Mario Maker 2 only has 5, so it's not really a big deal, but I still think, people might think only 4 different game styles. They have a lot of different, not different stuff, but differences in the game, small differences, which make you really stand out. Not just the art style, but the little different things you can do, especially Super Mario Bros., like just the NES one, has a lot of stuff you cannot do in any of these other 3. So it's really cool to see, experiment which levels are using which game styles. Also, you can choose like not the time, but the setting of it. You can do underwater, day, and night. Also like Ghost Mansion, and Cave. Cave is another good one. Then, not only that, but once you created that level, you can share it online, and other people can play it, like it, all that. You get your me little profile up, and online you can also play other people's courses, and this is so much fun. There's also used to be the 100 Mario challenge, where you'd have 100 lives, and you'd have to be, I think it was 10 stages, or 10 courses people made, and that was just a bunch of fun. And Super Mario Maker is sad that it's basically no longer playable. There are still the downloadable levels Nintendo made themselves, which is basically a Mario game in itself, so I'd make sure to download those if you can, if you get the game. I'd say $10 physically, $20 on the eShop. Next, we're going to be going to the Zelda franchise, and this is the only 2 games I decided to group together because they're both in the same series, and this is the 3D Zelda series with the remakes: The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker HD, and The Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess HD. Both HD remasters of The Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, both on GameCube. This was also on Wii. Both of these versions are better than the original. These are the definitive ways to play these games. I am still playing through Twilight Princess HD. I know I said that in my must-buys video. I gotta get back to this game. One of the only ones I have not finished for 3D Zelda. It's still really good. I'm just playing through it right now. I've just got past the Lake Bed Temple. For those of you who have played this, I think I'm almost done. I'm probably halfway done, somewhere around there. What I've played of Twilight Princess HD is Star Wars game first. It is really good. I don't understand what's with the hate. I get people say it tries to be edgy. It's not really edgy. I think it still nails that edgy feeling. Yeah, it's not creepy or anything, but I feel like, the art style, it kind of, gets you in the edgy feeling, I guess you could say. For the stuff they added, the game's obviously now in HD. There is the Cave of Shadows, which is basically a remixed version of an already existing dungeon in the game, when you have the Wolf Link amiibo, which is very expensive, which kind of sucks. Also, the gamepad is here. Every Zelda game with 2 screens is honestly just better because you have your map there, your inventory. Twilight Princess HD is honestly really good. An overhated game, in my opinion. I don't see what's with all the hate. This game needs more love, even though yes, it does get a lot of love still. Probably $100 physically, $40 on the eShop. Yeah, why is it 100? I have no idea, to be honest with you. I don't know. Sometimes I don't really understand prices on the secondhand market. But yeah, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD is a really, really good Wii U game, and one that I would definitely recommend checking out if you like Zelda. Next, which actually came first, was The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD. I have beat this game. Yes, I've already beaten it, and holy crap, is it good. It blows Twilight Princess HD out of the park. I'm sorry, it is not leagues above, but it is way, way above Twilight Princess HD. Now, the actual stuff they added in this game The HD, obviously. The gamepad, like I said, you can have your map, your items on the gamepad. They used to have Miiverse, but no longer. The Triforce Shard quest was shortened as well. The Swift Sails in this game. And now going to Windwaker as, just the Windwaker, not the remaster. It is so good. The sailing in the game, just not knowing when you're going to find an outpost in front of you, or finding an island with maybe a side quest on it. It's so much fun. It's like, yeah, eventually when you do get the Wind Waker, you can just teleport to most areas. It's still really fun to sail. I love how when you fight, it goes through the music. I love the dungeons themselves, the bosses. There's no water dungeon in this game, which is a big relief. I'm glad. It probably would have brought the game down a little bit if there was a water dungeon. There was a water dungeon in Twilight Princess HD. Wind Waker is so good. I love the story as well. I don't want to spoil anything, even though this game is like almost like not HD itself, but Wind Waker is pretty old. Just play this. I know I put this on my most buys. It's probably my favorite Wii U game. It's so good. Probably $35 physically, and I want to say $20 on eShop. Coming up next is for the Super Smash Bros. Franchise, and that's really the only one on Wii U, being Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. This game I played a lot. This was one of my first Smash games. I think I played Brawl as well a long time ago. Wii U. I have put a lot of hours into Wii U as well, just like I did with Smash for 3DS. Those games came out relatively at the same time. The 3DS was first, though. This game's little mode that is not Smash Run and whatever the other one passed was. I still don't know the name from my video. It was like a party thing. I don't know. I barely played it. I just remember it was like some kind of like party mode. I wasn't really a big fan. It's still enjoyable, but I wasn't really a big fan. What's cool is that you can do something to make your 3DS the Smash controller for this game. So maybe if you prefer the visuals of this game, you can, I think it's $2, you can link your 3DS to your Wii U and use the 3DS as a controller for Wii U. But Wii U can use GameCube as a controller, so why would you really want to do that? 3DS controllers for Smash kind of suck. So yeah, this game is better than Smash 3DS, in my opinion. It looks better, has the DLC as well. This game has DLC with fighters like Lucario, Mewtwo, Wii U, I'm pretty sure. And also, the GameCube controller. Smash without a GameCube controller kind of sucks. Every game besides Smash 3DS and obviously Smash 64 don't use GameCube controllers. That's why I think they're the worst in the franchise. Smash Wii U is really good, especially at the time when a lot of people played online. It's not like you can still find people online in this game. It's not like this game is dead. People still do play this game somewhat. The game was really fun, and it was back then when you did quick play, you could either do for fun or for glory. Now it's only for glory. So I guess if you lose, you no glory. You suck. Now in Smash Ultimate, this game you could actually play for fun. Yeah, there's less characters in Smash Ultimate, but still, Smash Wii U is definitely worth checking out. The trophies are back in this game. There's not really a story mode though. Still, the Smash Wii U, I have put a lot of, maybe a little bit more hours than I should have. I mean, everyone puts a lot of hours into Smash, but I think I put a little bit too much hours into Smash Wii than I probably should have. I'd say $15 to $20 on the secondhand market, $20 on the eShop. Banging on next is the Donkey Kong franchise, with the only one on Wii U being Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. This was my first Donkey Kong game, period. I'm still not the biggest Donkey Kong guy. This is probably the only one that actually, I don't even think I finished this game. I think I got really close to, though. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Donkey Kong guy. I know, I really enjoyed this game. That's why it's in my Wii U favorites video. I've just never really been a Donkey Kong guy, but this game did really, solidify me as I could say I'm a Donkey Kong fan, a Donkey Kong Country fan. It's not my favorite franchise, but this game is definitely the best in the franchise. For those of you who don't know Donkey Kong Country, it's a platformer with Donkey Kong. You can also play co-op with Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong. The thing about this game is that DK Island was invaded by little ice things. I guess there's like a bunch of people out here brought ice. That's why it's called Tropical Freeze. All the bosses in this game are really good. The level design is amazing. The music is amazing. Everything about this game is amazing. For those who play Donkey Kong Country Returns, this is basically the direct sequel to it. All the bosses I love as well. It's Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I talk about this in my Must Buys video, so if you want to hear more about it, I'd go there. It's a really good game. This is coming from someone who's not a big Donkey Kong fan. Definitely, I'd recommend checking this out. Probably the Wii U's best 2D platformer. I want to say $10 physically, $20 on the eShop. To pick up the stylus is the Kirby franchise, and that was the only one on Wii U, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. I talked about this in my underrated games video, so if you want to hear a lot about this, I'd go there. I think it's the one I talked the most about, actually, surprising me. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse is definitely a heavily overlooked Kirby spin-off. It's the only one on Wii U. A lot of people are not as fond with Kirby Canvas Curse, which is this game's predecessor on the DS. This was a sequel to it, and it's on the Wii U. So, most people were just kind of like, okay, a Canvas Curse sequel, I can honestly care less. This game is way better than Canvas Curse. This game actually has bosses, which is cool. Multiplayer, where the Waddle Dee can actually move normally. Kirby sadly has no mode to move normally, but it's fine. Use the stylus to control a Kirby ball. You can also tap on Kirby to do like a little roll attack. There's also Kirby transformations, as you can see here, which I honestly really enjoyed. Yeah, 4 Waddle Dees. I actually didn't even know that. Up to 4 people can play. I thought it was only 1 Waddle Dee. So yeah, this game is multiplayer, and those other 3 people can enjoy basically a normal Kirby game, where Kirby is using the stylus to move around. This game uses amiibos, like I said, the transformations, Kirby Tank, Kirby Submarine, Kirby Rocket. This game is heavily overlooked as a Kirby spin-off. It's, to be honest, arguably the best Kirby spin-off. I'm personally a Mass Attack guy. Play Mass Attack. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling off on Kirby Mass Attack, but we'll talk about that later. Maybe if I do a DS underrated video. But yeah, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse is definitely a game that I would recommend checking out, especially if you're a big fan of Kirby. If you're not a big fan of Kirby, then you might not enjoy it as much as I did. But I do think it's a really good game. That's why I put it in my weekly favorites video. If you want to hear more about this, like I said, go to my underrated videos, like an underrated Wii U game video. This game is probably, I want to say 30 to 60, but more towards the 30 range physically, because I see it sometimes go for 60. It's really weird, but most of the time it's 30. And I want to say $40 on the Nintendo eShop. To pluck is the Pikmin franchise, and that's the only one on Wii U being Pikmin 3. Man, Pikmin 3. This might be a little bit of a long segment, so I would buckle up because I have beaten this game way too much. I think I'm on my 5th playthrough currently when I decided to start this game again. I've also beaten Pikmin 3 Deluxe. I remember getting this when it came out, and I was absolutely just blown away with Pikmin as a franchise. I never heard of Pikmin before this game, and I am glad that I played this game because all of the Pikmin franchise is really excited to get Pikmin. And this game is the absolute GOAT of the franchise. For those who don't know what Pikmin really is, it's like a game franchise. You control a captain. Usually it's Olimar and Louie. At least it's Louie in the second game. This time you play as the Copites, which is Alf, Brittany, and Charlie, instead of Olimar and Louie, which Olimar and Louie still do appear in this game. And you control these little creatures called Pikmin. Most of you might be like, oh, cute. Yeah, no, they're killing machines. There's red Pikmin, blue Pikmin, yellow Pikmin, flying Pikmin, and rock Pikmin. Red Pikmin are resistant to fire, blue can go in the water, yellow shoot far and are resistant to electric, flying can fly obviously, and rock are really strong and can break glass. Also in the battle mode there's purple and white, which are returning from old games. Purple is just really strong and weighs more, and white is poisonous. When you eat it, it kills the enemy, basically. It's kind of like poison. This game, story mode, is really good, even though it might be a little bit more on the short side. You are basically looking for fruit, and you land on this island, you land on this planet with a bunch of enemies, like you see here, a Bulborb, and you gotta find fruit to survive, to make juice where you can survive. There's no treasure collecting in this game. You're kind of just going through the bosses. The boss fights are really memorable. I honestly love all the boss fights in this game. The music's really good. Then there's Bingo Battle. Bingo Battle is such a good multiplayer mode as well. There's mission mode for the extra content for you to do. What is there really not to like about Pikmin 3? I honestly can't wait for Pikmin 4. Miyamoto said it was almost done, 5 freaking years ago. But hey, that's besides the point. I'm talking about Pikmin 3, not Pikmin 4. This game is absolutely amazing. Probably $15, physically $20 on the eShop. Moving on, it's the Pokemon franchise. I honestly don't know why the Pokemon franchise always ends up near the end, or usually the end. I hear it says near the end of my videos. I gotta stop doing that. I should probably start putting it more towards the front. And that was the only game on Wii U, because home consoles only get spin-offs for some reason, which I was with. And that is Pokkén Tournament, crossover between Pokemon and Tekken. I talked about this game in my underrated games video, so if you want to hear a lot about this game, definitely go there. This game is pretty surprising. I honestly would have never expected Pokemon and Tekken to cross over with Pokkén Tournament. And it's not your traditional Pokemon game. It's a Pokemon fighting game. If you played Tekken, you'd understand it because it's just Tekken. but with Pokemon characters. The online is really cool. I love the bracket fights as well. Playing on the Wii U gamepad also. The moves in this game are, I honestly, everything about this is, it's basically just a good, really good fighting game, but with Pokemon. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because of the Pokemon, it gets overlooked. Maybe it's just like, you know, they were only really, you know, doing this because, you know, Pokemon. That's the only reason they were doing this. But no, it's still really good. Maybe, yeah, it would be hard to find online now. I doubt people are playing this, especially now there's a Switch version, Pokkén Tournament DX. It is still worth checking out. Pokkén Tournament is really fun. If you want to hear more about it, like I said, I go to my underrated Wii U Games video. Probably $20 physically and $40 on the Nintendo eShop. And there you have it. These are all of my favorite Wii U games. Obviously, I did have a lot more favorites for 3DS, but that's because the 3DS has a larger library. I said in the beginning of the video. I'm going to say it again now. Next, for the Wii U collecting series, I have really no idea. There will be a full collection video in the future. There will be a top 10 games in the future. There will be a don't buys in the future. There's only a few Wii U games I did not have added this. Yes, almost of them are all bad, to be honest with you. There's a lot of Wii U games that are still out there that are not in this video, but the Wii only had 86 North American physical releases. This is 16. That means this was 70 other releases. I don't have them all, obviously, but I just believe this was 70 other games. So yeah, there you have it. Wii U favorites. Not much more to say about this. What else can I really say about these games? They're all amazing, all fantastic. I definitely recommend checking them out. Obviously, heavily based on my personal opinion. Some of you might not enjoy these games as much as I did. I personally enjoyed all of these. That's why I made this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe, as it helps out my channel a lot and really gives me the encouragement that I need to make these videos. On that note, guys, I'll see you in the next one.